What's up, everyone? It's TechTrooper64, and today is September 8th, 2015. And today, an interview with GeekWire that's speaking to a former Microsoft president and chief Xbox officer, Robbie Bach, recently discussed the successes, failures, and strategies of the Xbox division, including the what he calls predictable and preventable Xbox One launch. Here's what he had to say about the choices made by former Xbox boss Don Matrick. I think some of that was predictable and preventable, Bach said, adding that the Xbox One has managed to put most of its trouble behind itself as it gains share and volume. The amazing thing is that the console market is bigger now than it's ever been before. Both companies, Microsoft and Sony, are selling more units. Bach also pointed out that people were wondering why Microsoft and Sony continuing making consoles, especially when everybody was thinking that because of mobile devices, the console market was going to die and there was no hope for it. When he was asked about the future of console gaming, here's what he had to say. It'll be a whole new game, and that hardware is going to be increasing, and rather it'll be either that consoles will use physical media or not, or if the consoles will be traditional game boxes or not. In regards to the overall success of Xbox, dating back to the original console launched in 2001, Bach said that there's 3 reasons why the Xbox division has so far been succeeding ever since it started. 1, Microsoft was very persistent and willed to fund us, which in some ways is mathematically logical, but is a good thing. Second was Halo. People forget, though, that the first version of Halo didn't support Xbox Live because Xbox Live didn't exist. When it was shipped, the third thing was Xbox Live. Without Halo and Xbox Live, Xbox does not make it. According to Bach, the original Xbox lost somewhere around $5 billion to $7 billion US dollars. That does not factor the $1.15 billion write down for the Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death problems. Recently, the former Xbox head and current EA COO, Peter Moore, discussed the RROD situation with IGN, which is where I'm going to get the article from. You can visit in the description below. Moore's boss at the time was Robbie Bach, but Moore credits then Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer for saving the Xbox brand and approving the $1.15 billion solution for the Xbox 360 problems. And lastly, Bach made a recall to the reason why there's no Xbox handheld out there. Here's what he had to say, and this is what I think is personally the most interesting to me. We had 5 things we had to do to make Xbox successful. Bach said, if you add the X-Boy, in other words, he's talking about if there was an Xbox handheld, then there's another 5 or 10 things that we'd have to get done. The team just could not possibly have done that. Sorry. We literally said no. For the most part, just out of focus. As it turned out, it was brilliant because that market went away. So to read the full interview, I will also add a description for that interview, but that was pretty much the highlights of that interview. Now, this is where I'm kind of confused. It's kind of true what Robbie Bach is saying, but at the same time, it's not true. Now, the whole idea that earlier he says how consoles were supposedly dying and how mobile devices were taking over the gaming scene, which, in my opinion, was semi-true, semi-not. But to tell you the truth, earlier, he says that consoles were selling crazy when the console market was going to die. Now, he also says at the end that it's a good thing that they didn't go into handhelds or gaming handhelds because that market's going away. That's not necessarily true, considering that the 3DS is actually doing amazing. People are calling it's a miracle that the 3DS is doing so well, and some people are calling it that the 3DS is fighting against the army of mobiles that are, fighting against them for the market. But that's pretty much it. But I really do think, and I still think so to this day, an Xbox handheld would be phenomenal. But that's just my opinion. I'm actually curious to see what you guys think. Do you guys think that Microsoft should have gone in the handheld gaming market by making an X-Boy, like he says here, or an Xbox handheld, or do you think that they made the right choice? And do you think that all the ingredients to make Xbox successful was Xbox Live, Halo, and the costs? Or do you think it's something else? Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.